This is December 2016. We come to Ruislip in Middlesex to visit the very successful lofts of Gary Wood. Good morning, Gary.
Hi, Keith.
Thanks very much for allowing me to come and see your pigeons today, boy.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You've had a tremendous season, haven't you, 2016?
Yeah, it has been very, very good, yeah.
What fed and combine do you race in?
Racing the Inter-County South Road,
Yeah.
and the UBI Combine.
It's quite a big combine, isn't
It
it?
is a very big combine, yeah.
What's one or two of your best performances?
Well, this year I was second and third combine from Carentan with brother and sister and S-mates, and I won the combine, the UBI Combine from Honiton, with a pigeon that I won actually in a race from Brian Hawes bred it.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, done very well with him.
Yeah, so I say it's big birdages as well in there, isn't it?
It's big, sorry?
Big birdages.
Yeah, you get some more big combines, yeah, there's a lot of pigeons get sent, some of those.
So this is your combine winner then, Gary?
It is, yes.
Beautiful cock. What is he?
I don't know what, I've got the pedigrees indoors, I don't know what strain. I think he goes back to the, it's Brian Hawes pigeon, his old line that he breeds, rather than the new ones he does now.
So it's bred by Brian Hawes.
It's bred by Brian and Karen Hawes, yeah.
What has he won this year as a young bird?
He's won 3 club races, 2 federations and the combine.
Yeah.
All 3 races from Honiton.
Yeah, so what's his name?
The Honiton Hitman.
Yeah, fantastic cock. What sort of system was he raced on then as a young bird?
I just leave all the young birds all together. If they want to pair up, he never did. But yeah, if they want to pair up, I just put bowls down for the young birds. If they are gradually, but they're all in together every so natural really.
Yeah,
the young ones.
Very special pigeon, mate.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I hope to get a lot more out of him.
How long have you been in the sport then, Gary?
Well, I only started by myself 2013, but I grew up with pigeons. And my granddad, my dad, both my 2 uncles were all pigeon guys.
Yeah.
My dad still is.
Is he? Yeah. What's his name?
Dennis Wood.
Yeah.
They raced as R&D Wood Brothers years ago, as Terry will tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you win your first race?
My very first race I won.
Did you?
Yeah, a blue pie then. I joined the Harrow Club, the Harrow South Road. I'm now in the Croxley Green, but I joined the Harrow South Road. I just got a dozen pigeons from Russell Hayes, babies, and a couple of other guys, Loomis Squarer, George Gallagher bred me a couple. Yeah. And I won the very first race I entered in Harrow. Actually, funny enough, an old fella that raced in the Harrow, Tony Twyman, he actually said to me on the Saturday night, he said, you can always tell people you were never a novice.
Yeah.
Because you won the first race, which is a nice thing.
Yeah, it's incredible. So the pigeons you've got then, are the pigeons you got now? What families
Yeah,
you
some
keep?
of them, yeah. Catrice, Van Looms. I've now got Susians or half Susians, which I've got a very good mealy cock in the stock loft, which has bred me, which Mario Iraminesh gave me. And he's bred me a few nice pigeons now, which I've won a few races with, the young ones.
So what do you look for when you go out for a pigeon? Stock pigeon?
What do I look for in a stock pigeon? Generally, I've took my dad when I have found stock pigeons and let him take, my dad seems to be a good judge on a pigeon. And he's looked at them more for me and pretty much chosen for me, and I've taken them on that.
Yeah, so what sort of racing you like? Sprint racing or?
I like sprints, middle, yeah. I've never really gone too much into not as yet, into the distance, even though I would like to a little bit. Yeah. I've only sort of gone up to sort of 400 miles in racing.
I think that's something you progress into, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, it seems like a lot of the guys have been a long time. They all seem to go for the big distance races.
Get that sprint madness out your body, and then you have a go at long distance.
Yeah, have a go at something different. Yeah, absolutely.
This is another cracking pigeon, Gary. What's this one?
She is half Susian, half Van Reet, out the stock. Lovely pigeon. She's won 4 races for me now. She won the Fed this year. She, pretty much a sprint pigeon. Only up to sort of 150, 200 miles. She seems to do very well.
It's a pigeon you bred yourself?
I bred it myself. Yeah, came out of stock. I have a mealy cock that Mario gave me a couple of years ago. I just asked him one day because I had a spare hen, and he came up with his mealy cock, and he's been breeding me a few winners ever since.
That's incredible. This is Gary's setup here at Ruislip. This is his 10-foot stock loft, which has got a nice aviary for the inmates. And the big 22-foot loft is his racing loft. This houses all the old birds and young bird racers. This is the scene inside Gary's old bird racing section. This houses the widowed cocks and it has 20 nest boxes. This end section is nice and spacious, and this houses all Gary's widowed hens. Another nice cock, Gary. What's this one?
Yeah, he's half Catrice, half Van Loon.
Yeah.
He's just a yearling now. He's won one as a young bird, won 2 races as a yearling. He was 2nd combine from Carentan this year, with his nestmate sister who was actually 3rd combine from the same race.
Absolutely fantastic. Lovely tight pigeon, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's a big pigeon, but yeah, he comes like a...
He's not unlike the combine winner to look at, is he?
No, he's not too much different, is he? No. He's far bigger, but yeah, he is very similar.
Right, Gary, we're going to talk about your system now. What system do you race your old birds on?
I race them on roundabout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I generally, let the hens out in the morning and swap them around, push the cocks through, and that's what I've done from day one.
So you race hens and cocks?
I race all, yeah.
When do you pair up?
I pair up just after Christmas, maybe January the 1st.
Yeah.
A few weeks from now.
And what's your system for getting them on the system?
What's my system from getting them on the system? Well, I let them all raise around from when I pair them up.
Yeah.
Then they probably go down on eggs again before I split them up. Then I keep them separate. Other than Friday night, I let the hens into the nest boxes, leave them for a quarter of an hour before I basket and decide whether to send the hen or the cock, or occasionally both.
Yeah. So what happens on a Saturday? They trap all right?
Yeah, they seem to trap quite well. I've had a couple of issues with there's a hen and a cock come together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I generally trap quite well. Yeah, I don't have too many problems.
How about feeding?
Feed what, coming back from?
Well, do you break down and?
No, I don't break down. No, I give them a little bit of small seed or diet feed on the Saturday when they come back, after a couple of hours after they're back. But generally, I go them straight on the normal Widowwood mix.
Yeah.
I generally use Van Roby, and they stay on that all week.
Yeah. How about training?
Training with the old birds, I train about 6 training tosses before the season, and then I won't train again.
No, they don't train.
They just fly around the house.
Well, they get an hour each day.
Yeah, as much as I can, yeah. But if I can get them out in the morning before I go to work, I will. But generally, at least be once an hour in the evening.
Yeah. Another smashing pigeon, Gary. What's this one?
This is the sister of the blue cock we just had, our nestmate. She was 3rd combine from Carentan this year. She's also won 3 races herself. Her mother is in the stock loft now, that's won me 3 races and took numerous cards over the last few years.
How many stock pigeons you keep then, Gary?
I've just got 4 pairs, Keith.
Yeah, and when you pair them up?
I paired them at the same time as I paired up just after Christmas, 1st January.
Yeah. I know you don't really go on pedigree, but is there a type you like?
No, not particularly. No, there isn't really. If I like it, I like it.
Yeah.
You just get an eye for looking at something, and
yeah. How many babies you breed each season?
I'm happy with about 25.
Yeah.
And if I start racing with a 20 to 25, I'm happy. I don't really want any more than that.
No. So what system? You got some sort of system with young birds?
No, not particularly. I do the darkness.
Yeah.
But no, with the racing, they're all in together. I don't separate them or anything. If they want to pair up as the season goes on, I just put the bowl. Yeah, natural. I just put bowls on the floor or whatever they want to do.
How about feeding?
Feeding, they have the same widowwood mix that the old birds would have.
Yeah.
Well, I'll wean them on a few more peas and maples for a couple of weeks, but then they go on to the widowwood mix and they stay on that the whole season.
Yeah. How about how far do they go? How far do you race them? Do you race them right through the programme?
Yeah, I generally send a few to France, to the last race of the season, which is normally Carentan, for the young birds. That they will race every single other race. They will go right through the whole program.
About training them.
Training them, yeah, I'd train them. I'd probably start training about 3 weeks before the first race. I'll get them down to about 20 miles, which is sort of Reading way from me, and then once the racing starts, maybe twice a week.
Yeah, it's terrific. This is the Pigeon in Gary, 00.
This is 00. Pigeon I bought as a baby, one of my first little team of dozen from Russell Hayes. She's Catrice, I think she's half fan loom.
She's down the stock loft, but you say she's
in the stock loft now. She's raced the last 3 years, and I put her in a stock loft because she's won me 3 races and she's breeding winners.
Yeah, so the last 2 pigeons, second and third combine were out of
That's
her.
right, yeah, both won, I say 2 or 3 races each.
Real class, this pigeon, mate. Your pigeons are a lovely type, Gary. Do you show your birds?
Oh no, I don't. I've never got into showing at all. I've been to a few, but no, I haven't shown any.
How about jobs in the sport? Have you got any jobs?
In the club, yeah, I do the ETS clocks, and I do the result on a Saturday night. I'm the only one in the Croxley who can use a computer.
Yeah.
So I generally do the result every week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrific. All right, Gary, thank you very much for having me over today, mate. You've got some lovely pigeons.
You're very welcome, Keith. It's nice of you to come.